guys, to SoccerBeat. The whole crew's finally together in a studio. You asked for a studio. We found a studio. Soccer City, FNB Stadium. We're all here together. The Buccaneer fans, we're happy. We're very, very happy. We are here. We've just witnessed Orlando Pirates snatching the Soweto Derby in the very last minute. Tips, do you want to tell us how you feeling as a Chiefs supporter?
No, obviously, Mike, I'm very much disappointed. But I thought, like Chiefs, they came up with a game plan. You could see from the first half, Pirates, they were restricted to playing long balls from the keeper. They couldn't play their normal, usual game. I thought tactically Chiefs were sound. The defense of Chiefs today, they were superb.
I fully agree. I fully agree with you on that one. I think in the first half, the defensive organization was spot on. Not really too many chances, or maybe because of the field was a bit wet, players were slipping all over. Maybe they must get new stats, some 19 inch, maybe goalkeeper stats.
I think so too. Rugby stats, my friend. Yeah. Listen, you've been speaking of the tacticals have been good. Let's call it a spade here. Chiefs came out and played a defensive block, a low block, and they held that block and tried to play on the counter attack. Right, Chester? I've been hearing you, my friend, in the internet corridors, shouting about space, but you've been closing our space now, Clancy. And then what happened, Tito? Then what happened was, second half, then the Chiefs guys thought, hey, we can handle these ones. Hi, let's go at them. Let's get cocky, open the space, and that is where we started to come in. That is where we got in between that space that you saw for us. We used it for you.
But they could have scored, Moeneeb, Tsepo, that chance.
The earlier on chance, first minute of the game, I thought maybe penalty, maybe, we have to check that one out again.
100% Chester.
But as you say, we played a defensive block. There's many ways to win a football game.
100%.
It is not, there's no shame in playing a block, trying to catch them on the counter, and there's many ways. Some teams they win on set pieces only. So
Tips.
I don't see anything wrong.
Could this have been a very different game if Modi takes that chance in the first 3 minutes? The massive save by our man Chaine. What happens in the game if he manages? From what I'm hearing, he also got pulled back as well in the run up to that goal. Could have been a decision there as well. But yeah, could have slotted that.
Yeah, Mikey, if Pule converts that one, it's a different ball game altogether now. Pirates have to take more risk. They have to open up, so it presents the spaces to Kaizer Chiefs attacking. And I thought Pule was decent, today. He tried, he looked more dangerous, and unfortunately didn't take that chance, and it could have made a big difference.
That chance there was saved by the one that you saved by is Chaine, eh?
Yes.
Chester, my man, it goes to derbies, we feel everything. But we cannot love on would have, could have, should have. And listen, I never saw the penalty. I heard they pulled it. That time when they pulled him, the guy sitting next to me offered me a cool drink and I looked this way, so I never saw it that time, right? But fortunately, I saw when we've got the penalty. What? No, that was a penalty. I felt it. I felt the kick from there. I was sitting next to the floodlight and I felt that kick from there, my man. That's clear penalty.
But a great change from Coach Riveiro, seeing that Mofokeng is not getting the ball enough on the left-hand side, brought him into that 10 position, and it became a bit of a problem for Chiefs.
Even the last 10 minutes, Otto, when he moved to the right-hand side, he started to big impact from the automatic at the end there. Started to really pile the pressure on in the last 10 minutes.
100%, Mike. But Chester, you were right. They closed the Chiefs. Listen, I'm going to speak because I think we've had enough beating on you now that you were speaking about the spaces in the internet corridors. But now we've caught you and we've brought you in here. Right? But just that's how we got you in the middle. It's a setup,
We close the space.
We close the space. But you know what? It's 100% right, Chester. You guys set up properly, and I mean, you're not a confident team at the present moment. Chiefs is not a confident team. So you use the right tactics as well, was to sit and wait, and they played on the counter because there was a few balls where you could see the beginning of the game. You closed all the spaces down at the pockets that those balls wanted to be in. Close those pockets, and as soon as Makaula and even Sesame, they were reaching for balls at that time. And then the ball got intercepted, then you guys came straight at us. But luckily your confidence is low, so it's not doing too well when you get in the final third. But you're 100% right, 100% right.
Guys, let's quickly go to an ad break and we'll be back in 2 minutes. We'll be back in 20 seconds. We'll be back shortly when you've done
too far, my camera.
Golden liquid pouring, gold splashing, gold swirling, waves of gold foaming, cut to reveal more gold. It's easy to make a beer that looks gold, but to make a beer that wins gold, that's a different story. Carling Black Label, Africa's most awarded beer.
we're back with SoccerBeat, guys. This is not talking Pirates. This is not talking Chiefs. The whole SoccerBeat crew is here together finally. Tips, are you happy? Obviously, the new signings never started today, but you got to see a glimpse of some of the guys. Obviously, Pule coming in and Relebohile, a little bit of a taste as well. Is there anything you saw there, something that they can bring? Are you excited about some of the moves they've made in the transfer market?
Listen, Mike, it's their first game today, and Pule got maybe a good run of minutes. Like he came early on the, but I thought like he was a bit, of the pace. They stole maybe a couple of balls from him, which could have resulted in a goal. And maybe it's a good taste for him to get a feel of South African football. He's never played in a professional league. We can forgive him there, but I'm sure after this game he knows the pace and how fast they press, and he's gonna get used to that. Also his teammates. And Relebohile, not too much minutes, to really have a clear assessment. And we'll wait for him. There's another game, and
But it was clear, Chester. I mean, in a big game like this, big magnitude, you don't wanna throw in your players in the deep end. I think also what I picked up, I think maybe the coach left a little bit late in terms of his subs, because there were moments where they looked really dangerous on the right hand side. It looked like they were trying to create something. And also pick up to Riveiro himself. I think he worked hard today. He didn't really get too many chances, but at least he showed that I'm feeling the pressure, guys, and I want to show that I'm willing to fight for the team. So credit must also go to him. And looking at the Pirates side as well, perfect sub by the coach. I was always saying, in fact, let's get Lamine. It's because Rilo's not getting the service.
And you can see the difference from two teams where they're at in their building process. You can see Chiefs, you can see they still at the beginning phase of the building process. Whereas you see a coach like us who just knows, okay, now I need this to come in, this must happen, let's throw Dlamini, go do your business. Whereas the Chiefs coach was still thinking, let me try this guy.
Yeah.
But those things will come when you should get to that level where we
It's
are.
a project, don't
100%. And 100% what you say as well, Chester, is that, guys like Antele and those ones, that's a different game, this. That's not, you can come from Europe, wherever. Yeah. The derby is a different game. And this is where we see what you're really made of. Like you said, they must get used to the pace of the game, because as much as there's not much chances, there's a lot happening in there. So he will have to get used to that as well. I'm sure he will. The Relebohile guy will get used to that as well. But as long as they're not used to it today, we're fine.
Yeah, no, 3 points in the bag. 3 points in the bag. Those guys from Clock cannot run away, man. They need to be here, man.
How much does that one hurt for a Chiefs supporter, Chiefs fans, where you feel like at least a draw was the result here that Chiefs should have walked away with here today? There was not really a definite team that dominated the game or whatever. A fair result probably been 1-1. So what does this do to Chiefs' morale and the coach trying to pick up this dressing room again after what you look as is a good performance actually from Kaizer Chiefs, very organised, looking like he's got them moving in the right direction, but then you still don't have any points to show for it. Like that hurts.
Yeah.
Mike, I think in today's game there's lots of positive. And look at that. I think once also they get the new signings to gel with the team, and they get used to how they play, the system of the coach, and you still had Morton who didn't feature today. So I think there's lots of positive today. I was really happy with how disciplined and how the structure of the team.
Yeah.
It was there. It was so Pirates couldn't play their normal usual game.
Yes.
Free flowing, passing, from the middle, connecting with the midfielders and the strikers. They struggled, Mike, especially first half. Look at how many long balls they tried. From Chaine trying to get Woto, and I feel like Nkota was not really, in some of today. He struggled a bit, but it's a learning curve.
Sure. Yeah.
He needs to get opportunities and to grow. And I think also for Chiefs, in my opinion, they kept Sereno too long in the bench. I would have loved to see something. Maybe 30 minutes to go.
But there's something going on there that we don't. He wasn't on the first team sheet that came out for the day, and then they put him on the team sheet. And so I don't know if there's a big injury there, and they're really protecting him. I don't really know.
Let's just jump in there on that one. I was sitting with Klompo, and obviously having played with Klompo at this previous club, he tells me that one, the head is very, very hot-headed. So you might find these issues also happening, at training with him and the coach and stuff. Of course, we don't know much about it, but knowing his personality, I think maybe the coach was forced to have him on the bench because he's one of the key players for Chiefs, But a hot-headed player like him, it's going to be difficult for the coach to actually manage a player like him because, he's a star player for the team, and if he's not playing or not starting, he's definitely going to give you a bit of attitude,
Before we end the show, boys, we're going to have to touch on the penalty and the goal, but we'll go to our last ad break and then we'll catch you guys straight after the break.
Oh, yeah.
And we're back with SoccerBeat, guys. We are wrapping it up. But before we go, we have to speak about the last-minute penalty. Guys, Tito. I don't want to speak about how the penalty came. We don't want to talk about how they got the penalty, but I want to speak about just the bravery and to pick up the ball in a Soweto Derby 0-0, and you finish it with a little Panenka.
Mikey, that's why I say Ray Charles. Ray Charles, Mikey. I can't see nothing. I could not see nothing for Chiefs. Nothing.
They were giving you something on the side.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. The game goes 90 minutes. You know, and at the 90 minutes when we looked like Chiefs had them all organized, good structure, everything, our boys just said, no, let's try this. Keep it to our boy, run at them. And he went, Unfortunately, boom, got the knock, and then Tito with the confidence. You know?
Sure.
Jeez, what the confidence.
I mean, you know, in that number 10 position.
That was Chester. So what happened, Chester? You saw, you had your structure. Then those front three just decided, let's change positions. Yeah. Then the structure thought, but coach, I need to mark this one. He's in that position. Let's open up. And that opened up, and then they came through there. And the penalty, I'm telling you, if I was a goalkeeper and Tito hit a penalty like that, my friend, I would have still been chasing Tito. But that was the confidence of the boy. At such a stage to knock a little, what's that? What they call it, a Panenka?
Yeah, Panenka.
As a goalkeeper, I don't like that.
0-0 in the derby, last minute, like, what type of character is that?
That takes heart, Mikey, because, I mean, you're looking at about 90,000, you know, packed stadium, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
if he misses that, what happens? Like, what's the backlash from that?
I think the backlash is obvious, you know, loss in terms of confidence, you know, in terms
showboating
again and all these things. You know? But if you look at the game today, he didn't really do much of that, you know, and he didn't really collect the ball deep, you know, and that made it a little bit easier for him, you know. But what I love is the confidence, because players don't normally do that. Miss a penalty in the last game, and coming up into a big game like that just shows the bravery.
That's big
match temperament. Big game for big players. Big just that knows. Big game for big players, my friend. You know, but that was classic, man.
Just anything you want to say about the penalty? We'll give you the chance to just maybe from the Chiefs' perspective.
No,
we'd like to hear.
Let me put the VAR here.
Listen,
yeah, we can't see.
You know,
we didn't see anything.
We didn't see anything. Yes, of course. But I thought, you know, maybe got a hand, you know, and tried to pull him back. Njabula Blom. I don't think the penalty is from the Bruce incident. I think it's from the home. But again, you know, there was an advantage played and he got to the ball. So I'm not very sure how it goes when there's advantage and he got to the ball and he missed the chance. You know, it went out. And then
it's like double advantage, basically.
Double advantage.
I never saw no advantage.
It's
a bad tackle from Bruce.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen any highlights or any. I didn't see it firsthand.
You call us at that moment. You call us now the three blind mice.
Unfortunately, you know what? They couldn't allow us to bring our guitars.
Yeah.
We would have given you a little bit of
Spanish music. Yeah.
Okay. Catch us on the next episode. We'll definitely give you some. Oh yeah.
No, we ended off like this. This is us today. Three blind mice. For the penalty. Three blind mice.
Signing up from SoccerBeat. We finally in studio together, guys. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you.